Hey guys, this is Kayla Waller with Waller Adventures, and we are at the old general store in St. Augustine, Florida. So stick around and check it out. It's a little bit of horse history. The cracker horses. It says Ponce de Leon brought the first horses to the southeast North America mainland in 1521. That was cool. Florida cowmen were nicknamed crackers because of the sound made by their cow whips cracking the air. It's really cool. Got you a horse over there. A piggy and a little boy. It says this little piggy went to market. It says this young man has paused for a moment of reflection on his way to deliver his pig to the butcher at the general store. Aww, that's so sad.
Alright, come on through everybody.
Put corn in it.
Well, I'm on their hands. So can I?
Probably turn twice as fast.
There's more butter.
Oh, the old posters. Really cool.
Oh, this is a sausage maker, I think.
Yep. And then stuffer.
It's the sausage stuffer. Isn't it?
I don't call them sausages, I call them bags of mystery. You know, we have no idea what the ingredients are that Sam the butcher uses. But let me tell you something, all the neighborhood cats keep going missing. So
All right, so as you can see, we are now in Hamblen's warehouse. There's so many items. So guess what else was invented this year in 1908? A vacuum cleaner. Yes, a vacuum cleaner. We actually have here the Rex vacuum. It's over here. It's actually bolted to the wall. I have to tell you that it's bolted to the wall specifically because we were playing with it too much, and they decided that they didn't want to play with it because they thought we were going to break it. So they bolted it to the wall. The way that it works, it's a suction vacuum, right? So it weighs 10 pounds. You put it on the floor. Up on top, there's a handle. You go, and you take a step, and you go, and you take a step, and you go, and in about an hour, you'll have half of this work. Absolutely. Now, this is what they tell me. They tell me that next year, this leisure vacuum over here, it's piston driven. This is a leisure vacuum right here. That this will actually be available. If they say it will do twice the room in half the time. It's, like I said, piston driven. I don't trust it. I think it has gasoline. And do I want gasoline fumes in my parlor? I don't think so. So we're just going to leave that right there for now. But it's not available yet anyway. Has anybody here ever churned butter? Have you churned butter? Come here, darling. Right here, this is actually a manual butter churn, okay? Come over here, don't be afraid. It's good. Go like this, You could do that, right? Yes, you could. Go ahead, try it. You got it, she's churning butter. So here's the thing with churning butter. You have to do it for 3 to 5 hours straight. Ugh, it's exhausting, right? So here's the thing, yeah, but you did a very nice job. So if you stop for any length of time, at all, you risk curdling it, or it will churn into really bad cottage cheese. So a lot of times people would tag team. What they would do is they would have somebody do it for an hour, somebody else would take over. Well, what if you're alone, right? What if, just say, you have a baby, and it's just you, your husband's in the fields, and you have to churn butter, and the baby starts crying. Well, if you purchased a Hamblen cradle churn, I kid you not, a Hamblen cradle churn, that's right here. Your baby would be right here in your little basket. Your ingredients for your butter are in here. And this actually, you're churning the butter. At the same time, you're taking care of your baby. And I know this is not going to sound like a big deal, but you can actually walk away for just a few minutes. And what will happen, or a few seconds, it will keep going. You don't have to worry about curdling it. Now, it gets even better. When you hear this, you're going to love this, okay? So it gets even better. Along with this cradle churn, all right, Hamblen really loved innovative ideas, right? So along with this cradle churn, Mr. Hamblen decided to incorporate, let us say, the worst chore of the whole week. Laundry. Monday. Blue Monday. They called it Blue Monday because of the bluing agents that were in the detergent. It actually turned your arms, your hands, everything blue, all right? So, it was also thankless. There was a lot of labor. A lot of wet clothes in a thing you have to have a washboard, you're scrubbing away. Thankless job. So, Mr. Hamblen, if you turn right here, look at this. It's a goat-driven treadmill for your wash basin. I kid you not. Absolutely. So, here's your I know, don't fall off the chair. Okay. So here's a wash basin. It's full of clothes. It's full of everything, right? Full of your laundry detergent. You've got it all hooked up. Here you got the thing hooked up to your wash basin. You're going to put said goat on treadmill. Put a little something here for a little bit of, incentive, right? Like maybe a turnip, maybe a sweet potato, or what? Or maybe a can, I don't know. Anyway, so the goat's on here. The goat starts running. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And it starts activating this, and it starts agitating the wash thing. You don't need your washboard anymore. And if you don't have a goat, you can use a large dog. And if you don't have a large dog, you could use an unruly child. Or if you don't, or you could, I would say, use an unsuspecting spouse, but I'm getting a little carried away. What you could, I would say a horse, but you know what, in all honesty, it's a little small for a horse, right? But guess what? We have a horse treadmill. We do. Right over here, we have the Huebner's Direct Gear Level Tread Power Horse Treadmill. This is actually invented not for that, but for this contraption here. Does anybody have any idea what this big red thing is here? Any idea? None. Okay. This is called a thresher. A thresher. It's actually a precursor, I'm going to see the future now, precursor of the combine. All right? What it does is it cuts up all of your oats and your wheats in your field. So they actually invented this treadmill for a horse to attach to this thresher, which is called actually the Farquhar thresher, won a gold medal in the 1903 World's Fair as the most innovative piece of farming equipment. Groundbreaking. So now you've got 1 horsepower, you've got a horse doing this, taking care of your oats and your wheats in your field. So let's talk. What have we got? Let's recap. We have a vacuum cleaner, right? We have our baby taken care of. We have our butter is being churned. Our laundry is done. And now we have all of our farm work done. I'd say, you know what I say? Let's drink milkshakes, right? We can drink milkshakes all day. Or we could partake of, when you see this, we can partake of the latest leisure activity that's all the rage right now, high-wheel bicycles. That's right. High-wheel bicycles. That one right up there was actually invented in 1852. It's called a skull crusher. It's really called a penny farthing, but we call it a skull crusher. You know why? It has no brakes. It has no seat. If you go over a rock on that guy, you're going to go over the handlebars and crush your skull. That's what I call it, the skull crusher. Now, in 1875, another bicycle was invented, and this is the one that we're currently selling here at Hamblen's. If you guys want to walk, you two, I don't want to kill you, go over that way, because I'm going to ask, come on, Matthew to bring it. Matthew? Thank you, Matthew. Sometimes he's sleepy. Matthew is a man of very little words. All right, thank you, Matthew, for bringing that down. This is the high-wheeled safety bike. That's right, high-wheeled safety bike. What they did was they took the big wheel and they put it in the back. The small wheel's now in the front. You now have a seat. I still would not go over anything too sharp. You know why? There's a big lug nut right here under the seat. Might be a little painful, just saying. Now, to get on this guy, what do you think you'd have to do? The silence is deafening. All right, what you would do is you would start running with the bike, literally, seriously. I'm not kidding. And the pedals are going around. You put your foot on the pedal and you mount it just like you would a horse. Now, to get off of the bike, you don't take the brake and just press it really quickly and then fall down because you're going to hurt your legs. This is steel, all right? You're going to very gently depress the brake, just enough to slow yourself down, just enough to actually take your foot off. You're going to jump off and you're going to walk it to a stop. Whew, sounds exhausting, doesn't it? Well, I know. Well, guess what, women? You don't have to worry about this, because it's illegal for women to ride a high-wheel safety bike. It's illegal for women to own a high-wheel safety bike. Guess what else? You need a license to ride a high-wheel safety bike. You do not need a license to drive an automobile. Absolutely. So, Mr. Hamblen will sell you this bike for $9.95, and he'll throw in the actually the instructions on how to use this. Did I tell you that Mr. Flagler has a bicycle academy behind the Alcazar Hotel that he opened? So you can use that as well to get your license. Now, women, don't worry, don't despair. You look up there, see this three-wheel bicycle up there? That's a tricycle, right? Women can have that. You can ride that. It will accommodate the folds of your skirts very nicely. You don't need a license. You can follow happily behind your husband, wife, or not your wife, or your husband, or your brother, or your uncle, or your father. So there you go. Now, as I look around here, I can tell that not everything here is actually for sale. Some of the items here are commissioned items. Commissioned meaning such as, see that chandelier right there? That's a commissioned item. It's made of iron. It's also one of the very first chandeliers that ever had electricity put in it. Let's go back to talk about Mr. Thomas Edison again, right? Thomas Edison, friends with Flagler, he actually put electricity in the Ponce de Leon Hotel before the White House even had electricity. Absolutely true. Now, other items that are commissioned right here are these portraits. There's three right here. Does anybody know who that is in the middle? It all lit up like that. Somebody says,
Ulysses S. Grant.
yes, perfect. Thank you very much. That is Ulysses. People say it's Robin Williams. I have no idea who that is. Who is this Robin Williams? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've never heard of him. I have no idea. This is my boss right here. This is Mr. Hamblen himself. Let's clean him up a little.
Careful
Oh,
with that
God.
dust rag.
Woo.
I've been listening to your sales presentation.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't hear you ask them to buy.
What do you mean? That's all I've
There's
done.
no money for payroll until a sale is consummated.
Unbelievable.
I'm Charles F. Hamblen, proprietor of St. Augustine's oldest store. Fair prices and liberal credit, our policy. We opened our doors in 1875. By then, most of the carpetbaggers and scalawags had been run out, and the tragic Reconstruction period following the Civil War all but passed. St. Augustine was the oldest city in the United States.
It still is.
And it needed. Then, 1885, a man by the name of Henry Flagler arrived, and within a few years he made this city come alive with prosperity, taking over the railroads, building grand hotels and churches, and even that new jail right outside our front door.
That jail, bad for business.
As Mr. Flagler continued pushing his railroad down Florida's east coast, he became my best customer. A boon to all of Florida, and to me. Hamblen's sold Flagler goods for Daytona, Palm Beach, Miami, even out to Key West, and all the way over to Nassau in the Bahamas. We expanded until we had over 3/4 of an acre under roof, the largest store in St. Augustine, and the third largest in the state of Florida. Don't sit on the merchandise. After years and years in business, I feel right at home here in the oldest store. And I trust you will enjoy shopping at Hamblen's. My clerk will now take your order.
Mr. Hamblen, about my raise.
And remember, no is only a request for more information.
I have no idea what he means by that. It's just, I know one thing, he doesn't think that I am selling enough. So I have one more item. One thing left that I think you'll really like. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the portable pantry. That's right. This portable pantry fits very snugly on the back of your wagon. So that when you're taking long distance trips, especially with the family, right, you can feed them right out of the back of the wagon. That's right, and yourself as well, of course. As you can see, it has silos for meal and for flour. You have compartments for bread and for cake and for all kinds of spices. You even have a coffee grinder over here on the side, and even a clock that's right twice a day. Absolutely. Now, normally this thing can go for a really lot of money, but I'm going to let you have this for $10. It's a special sale. $10. Sir, would you like this for $10? Say yes, I need the commission.
Sure, why not?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so I just want to let you know that the reason that we have a sale on this portable pantry is that we're just a little concerned over that Model T, right? We were talking about before. The Model T, just in case it does become successful, putting this on the back of a Model T may prove a little hazardous. In case there's like a quick break or something, it could like hit forward, and next thing you know, the driver and the passenger, that's the end of them. So, just to be on the safe side, we're going to liquidate these, okay? Because life and times are moving so quickly. Things are changing all the time.
Check out all the washing machines. Oh, wow. Love the old signs. Washing machines. Look at all those.
Dan Drnach. Yay! Thank you. Good job.
Hammer dulcimer. I actually have a dulcimer. It's a one-string dulcimer.
I mean, it's just crazy. That's the original Muller Brothers bakery truck. That picture in it from 1882, that's that truck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I know, I just get carried away. I'm so glad you were able to do that. I know, I
Good.
did.
Gas powered. Banjo. Oh, banjo. A lot of guns.
Excuse me, this is a private conversation. Is that all?
And then you have to agitate and you stick up the back.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the oldest general store here in St. Augustine. So it's pretty cool to see like all the old equipment. Like I recognize some of the equipment from the farm with the grandparents, but it's really cool just to go back in time and see everything. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that bell icon to get notified and when we drop videos like this one. Also check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and while you're on our Facebook page, check out our shop where we have the B-spots from Rogue Magnetics and the entry and cookbook. And in the description below we'll have a link to our bigger shop where you can get cool Wild Adventures merch, and I'll put a link to the general store website so you can check it out even more. So thanks for watching. See you soon.